Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. I am covering the Moscow, Idaho Bryan Kohberger case. Is Bethany Funke a credible witness? I ask that because there is a lot of confusion out there on Ethan and Xana's whereabouts on the night of the 12th going into the 13th. According to the affidavit of probable cause that Corporal Brett Payne with the Moscow PD wrote down, the affidavit says that Bethany Funke personally saw Xana and Ethan at the Sigma Chi party from 9 p.m. to 1:45 a.m. This is the affidavit of probable cause written by Corporal Brett Payne on the evening of November 12, 2022. Chapin and Carnodal are seen by BF, Bethany Funke, at the Sigma Chi house on the University of Idaho campus at 735 Nez Perce Drive from approximately 9 p.m. on November 12th to 1:45 a.m. on November 13th. BF, Bethany Funke, also estimated that at approximately 1:45 a.m., Chapin and Carnodal returned to the King Road residence. BF also stated that Chapin did not live in the King Road residence, but was a guest of Carnodal. So, Bethany Funke, according to Brett Payne, saw Ethan and Xana at the Sigma Chi party house, 9 p.m., November 12th to 1:45 a.m., November 13th. Let me know what you think. But it's interesting. Is that the truth or not? Because remember, weeks after the Moscow, Idaho murders, ISP, which is Idaho State Police spokesman Snell, remember Mr. Snell, Aaron Snell? He came out and he wanted information about Xana and Ethan's whereabouts into that night, into the early morning, the 12th, the night of the 12th, into the early morning of the 13th. Remember this statement he said? Chapin and Carnodal's timeline seem to be one of the larger areas that we don't have a lot of information in. Idaho State Police spokesman Aaron Snell told ABC News. So, being able to locate what they did that night and maybe who they contacted, maybe any routes that they took home, that would be important for the investigation. So, I thought Bethany Funke said that Xana and Ethan were at the Sigma Chi party from 9 p.m. to 1:45 a.m. What's going on here, people? So I'm confused because if Bethany Funke was interviewed by police, and I'm assuming she was interviewed by police at the beginning stages, like within days after these murders happened, and she's telling the authorities that she's seen Xana and Ethan at the Sigma Chi party from 9 p.m. to 1:45, why would ISP Snell ask about, the confusion about their whereabouts, the timeline of their whereabouts? Was Bethany Funke not telling the truth? Or did Bethany Funke not tell the authorities that? Because remember that other affidavit of probable cause to search Bryan Kohberger's Steptoe apartment by the other sergeant, Blaker? He left out in that affidavit about Bethany Funke saying that Xana and Ethan were at the Sigma Chi party to 1:45. He left that out in his statement, but Corporal Brett Payne said it. So who's telling the truth, who's not? That's why I ask, is Bethany credible, or did the police lie? And why did Snell, ISP, which is also, investigating the Bryan Kohberger case, why did he come out and say that there's timeline gaps and their whereabouts are unknown? Well, if Bethany Funke is a witness, then why would he say that? Unless Bethany Funke's not telling the truth, or the Moscow PD and authorities are not telling the truth. Maybe Aaron Snow's not telling the truth. What do you think? I'm covering this Moscow, Idaho case. What really happened into that night, the 12th into the 13th? And why did Bryan Kohberger do this? Some people think he didn't do this crime. What's going on here, people? Looking into this matter, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button. I am covering the Moscow, Idaho case at all angles, trying to figure this thing out. If If you know anything you want to share, please put it in the comments. We'll talk soon.